do-it-all junior quarterback for Arabians are coming up to the line, and he'll be doing all the duties tonight. Wilson looking over the line. He's got two backs split out. Shoop in motion. Comes back, hands off to Shoop up the middle. Shoop doesn't get much, if any at all. They bring him back a couple yards. He really ran into a wall on that one. He ran in hard to number 51, Greg Clark, and Troy Cook.
Loss of 2 on the play for Pendleton.
2nd and 12 for the Arabians now. They come up. Tommy Cox and Jeff Moore split wide out. 3-back offense. Got Shoop, Carter, and Wes Cooper. Handoff Cooper going around the far side. Cooper going around. He's got a little bit of running room, and he's going to get at least 5 yards out of this one.
Cooper carries the ball for
Cooper brought down by number 86, Gary Waymeyer. 10:45 left to go in the first quarter of play. They'll put it at about 3rd and 5, should be. Yeah, they'll put it at 3rd and 6, long 6.
Pendleton has several running backs. They have Shoop, they have Cooper, they have Kevin Stevens, and they have Matt Schaefer come in and play fullback. So they got a lot of men who can do the job.
Yeah, we really do have a lot of people. Coach is talking about we do not have much depth, but when you look at that, we really do. Wilson gets the handoff and hands it off up to the near side. Cooper gets the ball. Or Shoop, excuse me. I can't talk, never mind. Shoop got the ball for the near side and brought it maybe a yard or two. They're going to put 2 on the board, so a 2-yard gain. 10 minutes, 5 seconds, and counting. Arabians look like they'll bring...
Hey, Monty, on that sweep, when they went to the opposite side of the field, they pulled this side guard and tackle.
I can't see.
Yeah, 64 and 55. We trying to find out where they're playing. One of them was a guard, and the other one's tackle. On this side, short.
Back only to Alexandria's 40-yard line. It bounces, and it takes a Arabians bounce. Ooh, nice.
Back to 24.
And so they will start out almost to the nut where we started out. 9:36 left to go in the first period of play. Their first possession has already been taken by Pendleton, and they turned the ball over on 4 plays, couldn't get a thing, so they punted it.
But that bounce turned out to be about a 48-yard punt for Ricky Brown.
Yeah, it only landed right on the 40-yard line, and it really took a nice Arabian bounce and went about 12 yards. So that really, instead of the ball on the 28-yard line, it's back on the 24-yard line. So that's my fault, rather. On the 24-yard line, Allen going back, looking to pass, and he's sacked by Jeff Hexamer. Hexamer come around the near side and really just kept the sights right on him, brought him down to the turf. Excellent. He had a couple people with him, but Jeff just himself. He plays a position called Willie.
Yeah, I got you. Did you hear me? Yeah, that was they lined up at 52, but their nose man moved out over the guard. There they go again.
But snap. Goes back, hands off up the middle on a draw, and hands off that time to Brett King. King gets the ball about a good 5 yards. Brings the ball up to about the 27-yard line. 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. Arabians defense looking pretty good.
7-yard gain on the play.
I tell you that would really get a team's morale and momentum. Play of the game, you get a sack. I mean, that's something else. That'll really get a team pumped up, and I know it has to get the defense.
Back on the nose now, right on the nose. Hands up.
That 2-back formation. Flags are thrown even before the play is called. So I think it'll be offsides against Alexandria. We'll find out.
Bonnie, the far side in on the opposite side can be hooked. He's playing it all wrong. He can hook him.
It is against Alexandria. They're going back, and they're talking to defensive captain Mark Filbert right now. And we'll see what the penalty is here in just a second, hopefully.
That's what Brent's telling me. He said that end on that side can be hooked.
Into play, and going down number 55, Dean Huffman. Move the ball back. 5-yard penalty, probably offsides. Legal procedure, it is offsides against
the Tigers. Moves the ball back.
Alexandria Tigers.
3rd
3rd and 12 now.
and 12.
We're going to have to pass the ball now, so cornerback should be ready.
So far, Alexandria's at -2 total offense.
Allen goes back, looking to pass, of course, on third down, going long. It's going almost intercepted. He was right in the vicinity of Travis Wilpott. Wilpott had maybe a couple yards to go, jumped up, and he would have gotten that ball. Hold it down. One person close is number 30.
First down.
Now let's see here. Number 30, Todd Brees. Todd Brees is the only person close. And so it brings up fourth down. They'll bring on their punting unit. 7:42 left to go in the fourth quarter. Once again, you're listening to WEM Pendleton. I'm Corey Moore along with Rob Williams. And if you just joined us, we have 7 minutes, 42 seconds left in the first period of play. There is no score. Pendleton Heights lost its first possession as they had to punt the ball, and Alexandria is just now doing the same. Ball is back on the 24-yard line. Here's a punt almost blocked. And it bounces about the 38-yard line, picked up. Didn't see who that was. I think it was Kevin Stevens. The ball finally brought up to about the 43-yard line. So Pendleton Heights takes over possession of the ball once again. Now at the 43-yard line.
About a 38-yard kick with about a 5-yard return.
About a 5-yard return. It landed right at the 38-yard line and bounced up right into, I think it was Stevens' hands. Two split wide, 3-back formation for the Arabians. Sends Stevens in motion, handoff Stevens on the far side. Stevens has a little bit of running room, gets about 6. Stevens just really shot through there. I tell you, there's one thing that if Alexander could pick up on this, they'd have this game won with no problem on defense. Every time we send a man in motion behind the quarterback, one of the 3 backs that we have, if one of those that back is always, it goes behind Wilson, that man is always the back that gets the ball. If their defensive captain could pick up on that, they'd have this game won. Wilson looking to pass, going on the near side, look upfield, almost. At about the 40-yard line of Alexandria. Tommy can't hold on to it as it goes right through his hands.
We saw that play you're talking about with Shoop in the jamboree at the beginning of Pendleton's first quarter. Shoop would start on the left side and go in motion left, and the pass went to him both times, and he was wide open. The defense didn't pick up on it twice. And finally, the third time, they got the pass to him and got a good gain.
That really would be the key. I think the coach has got to do something about that, because if the team is smart enough to pick up on that, then then the Ravens have problems. Stevens was sent in motion that time, and he got the ball. Comes up, gets a gain of maybe 1. So that'll bring up 4th and 2. 4th and 2 or 4.
They put him in motion twice. Monty ran the same play both times.
That'll be about 4th and 2. 6:27 or 6:25 left to go.
I said that Wilson 24, they put him in motion twice. They ran the same play, kind of like a little crossbuck deal.
Ravens come back up to the line.
It's all straight block, and there wasn't anything fancy up on the line.
Tell who they have out there. Probably Ricky Brown again. Here's the kick. There's Jeff Augustinovich that time on the kick. And it takes a nice Arabian bounce all the way back. Oh.
1-yard line.
Whew, back to the 1 or 2 yard line. Oh, my.
Ball is down on about the
Goodness.
1-yard line.
Goodness, I tell you.
That's about a 55-yard kick.
Now, let's see. If I'm correct, that was just Jeff. Yeah, it was. That was Jeff Augustinovich. If I don't pronounce his name, he can hit me later. That's no problem.
Both of our ends lost or contained on that punt, Monty.
It was a really good. Jeff had a really nice boot on the ball, and it landed about the 15-yard line and bounced all the way back and had 3 Arabians chasing it and finally tapped it on the 1-yard line. So, okay. Sorry. And now Brandon Allen doing the quarterbacking again. Hands off up the middle, nothing at all. Let's see who that was. I think it was Brett King. Yes, King on the carry. King on the carry, maybe a yard. So we'll put Brett King for a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 for Arabians. Coming in is number 87, Jeremy Johnson.
So far for Pendleton on 2 kicks, they have 103 yards in their 2 punts together.
2 punts. Gee. Coming out is number 30, Todd Brees. He's one of the running backs, 6 foot, 170 pounds, a big boy. He is quick, though. He is very quick. Defense getting set for the Arabians. Brandon Allen with a short, quick pop pass, and it's no good. It's batted down by Mark Filbert.
Pass is incomplete.
A quick timing pop pass to get away from the end zone. Brandon Allen decided to try it, got the snap, took 1 step back, threw it over the head of his line, and it's incomplete. He was heading for number 86, Gary Waymeyer, but, you know, to no avail. Waymeyer now leaving the game. Jeremy Johnson, number 46, coming back. We've got 2 Jeremy Johnsons. Football team. Alexandria come back up to the line. They've got 3rd and 9 on their 2-yard line. Tell you, that'd be a fun place to start from. Allen hands off up the middle that time. It looked like it was to Chris Thomas. King carried the ball that time. 4th down, got a couple yards on it. Got about, got 3 more yards on that, so it'll be 4th and 6. So 3-yard gain for Brett King that time. Tell you, our defense is really looking good.
2 yards total offense so far for Alexandria in 2 drives.
Now these positive or negative yards? Positive.
Negative, or yes, positive.
I tell you, Coach would be so happy if those were 2 negative yards. But there's 4:20 left to go in the first period. 4th and 6. Here's a punt from the end zone. Oh, got a piece of it. Got a good piece of it. Ball and it rolls down to the 38-yard line. Picked it up that time. I can't tell who that was. It might have been Jeff Moore. Jamie Glass gets the stop. Jeff Moore picked it up at about the 38-yard line. Brings it back to the 35-yard line. So a return of about 4 yards for Jeff Moore.
About a 35-yard or 35-yard kick.
I tell you, that took a nice bounce, but you had to. It was almost definite that somebody got a hand on that. Somebody on the Ravens got a hand on that, because that ball would have gone almost straight up, and somebody.
It looked like Spencer Kinley was shooting in there to try to get the block.
Stevens in motion. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Goes inside. Flags thrown. I'll call holding on Pendleton, probably. Flag thrown. Looks like they're going to talk to Pendleton. So I think it's holding against Pendleton.
Who carried the ball that time?
Kevin Stevens did. The man in motion gets the ball, of course. Remember the rule.
Okay.
Now, don't write that down yet, because it's a penalty. You can't write it down.
Sorry, Corey.
All right. It is a penalty against them. Let's see how far they mark off. 5-yard penalty. What do we got here? It's a holding? Oh, come on. What's the penalty?
Now, is this better? Well, no, I didn't even hear you that time.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
Just real faint.
5-yard penalty. Victory penalty, actually.
Where it was.
Oh, yeah, that's right there.
It was holding right there on the line.
Yeah, but a holding penalty isn't 5 yards, more than 5. But it all depends on the situation. They've called him more flagrant holding. Cooper in motion. Will he get the pass? Brandon Wilson looking back to pass. Looking over to their side. Gets Tim Carter. Tim Carter shooting upfield. And he's going. He's got a lot of running room. And he gets down around. Ooh. Carter with an excellent job. Kept right on pushing. I tell you, that man is tough. That man is tough. He brought that ball all the way down. After he picked up his first defender about the 25-yard line, brought him all the way down to the 16-yard line.
About a 21-yard gain there.
Excellent, excellent pass play. Excellent pass by Brandon Wilson. A nice quick timing pattern, but Tim Carter did all the work. Tim is tough. I have to run with him in track, and he is strong. He really is. I'd hate to be against him in a fight. 3:12 left to go. 1st and 10 for the Arabians on the 16-yard line. Wilson takes the pass, hands off to Stevens on the far side. Stevens getting a couple yards, pushing upfield. And, ooh, he steps. Greg Clark right behind him as well.
Tim Carter. Looks like comes in at 5'7" and 171 yards.
He's a
131 pounds.
That's a lot of yards for a person. He is a big boy. He's strong. Coming out for Alexandria now, number 41, Chris Jones. Arabians going back up to line, 2nd and 8, 2 yards on that gain by Stevens. Wilson sends Cooper in motion. Cooper will get the ball. Cooper runs upfield, and he's got at least 1 or 2 yards.
Cooper carries for the Arabians.
Cooper coming in field now. That time was number 51, Greg Clark.
Waymeyer hauling on the top.
It was not Cooper, it was Tim Carter. They faked to Cooper, and Carter got the ball. Cooper went around the left side without the ball on the fake.
My fault. 1 minute 58, 2 minutes, under 2 minutes now and counting. This time he sends, can't tell who that is in motion. Oh, it's number 44, Brandon Shoup. Look up the middle, incomplete pass to Brandon Shoup.
Pass is incomplete.
Tried to pass him in the end zone. It was incomplete. They're trying the same move they used last week in the Jamboree to put some points on the board, the Arabians. 4th and 2. Oh,
So far, but the Arabians 21 yards on the rush, 21 yards of one pass.
1:47 left for Pendleton Heights. 4th down and 2 yards to go for the first down. The ball is spotted down on the about the 6 or 7 yard line. And Arabians are going to go for it. They've only got 2 yards to go. And the ball at that time to Shoup. Shoup's got the first down and a touchdown, Brandon Shoup.
The ball in for an Arabian touchdown.
Shoup pushes about 7 yards and really just motors his way through the back line of Alexandria, and 6 points on the board for the Arabians. Well, that's a nice way to start your second drive.
Well, it started off with Carter's 21-yard pass play from Wilson, which put him down there to get him in position.
Schaefer going to kick the PAT, or hopefully try and kick that PAT. Here's a snap. Oh, fumbled snap, a fire. It's a fire. Schaefer takes the ball and tries to run it in himself, and he just can't quite make it. So, however, so we're up 6-0. Said he said, I read also, he could probably kick easily from the 40 to 45 yard range, which is good range. Schaefer getting with the kick. Team lined up on the 35 yard line. Matt on the runway. Here's the kick. And it's a short kick going about the 20 yard line. And it's bobbled a little bit that time. The ball will be marked down. Picking him off that time was number 22. Reese knee went down about the 22 yard line. And that's where they'll mark it.
1st and 10, ball at the 23.
Alexandria takes over in the 22 yard line. 1 minute 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Stay tuned, everybody, because back in the going in the second quarter, Robbie will take over, and he'll do second and third quarters, and they'll be back with you for the fourth quarter. Allen spins and hands off that time to Brett King. Ooh, he's hit hard by free safety Travis Wolcott. Looks like Brett got the first down, though. They might have to come out and measure. Quarter donors quickly. The Pendleton Banking Company, the Pendleton Kiwanis Club, Tim's Tee-Off Shop at Idlewood Country Club, Crandall's Physical Arts Center, Tina Boone, Tim Hexamer family, Mr. and Mrs. David Way and family, Doug and Sue Owens, and the Richard and Janet Shug and family. 1 minute and counting now in the first quarter of play. Brandon Allen has his team up to the line to face the Arabians. Allen hands off this time up the sign to number 26. Number 25, I'm sorry, number 25, Craig Eden. Eden is a senior running back listed at 5'10", 210 pounds. He's a big boy.
Have a player down for Pendleton, official timeout. Can't see who that is.
No. Through and brings it back to the line now. Two-back offense.
We're all set, same guys on this side.
Allen hands off right up the middle. Maybe a couple yards that time. Red King carried the ball once again. Got a gain of about 2, so it'll be 3rd and 8. 15 seconds left and counting here in the first quarter, almost over.
Hey, Coach.
Get into the first quarter with a...
I just wondered if you still had me. We think he was the end on that side.
2nd and 7.
64 was the linebacker and 72 was the tackle, I know.
Yes. They did get the playoff, and as the quarterback
79's your tackle.
Brandon Allen kept
79 was your nose man, I believe.
the backs down to 4th and 9. That is the end of the first period of play. The Pendleton Heights Arabians lead 6-0. We'll take a 30-second PSA break and be back with more of the Alexandria Tigers taking on the Pendleton Heights Arabians.
Zone 35 and they're brought back to about the 34-yard line.
We're going to wear that. jersey would not let go. They had 2 more Gresham Arms come in and really just haul him down.
That was just barely making the tackle. If Stevens gets a step just a bit quicker, he's away. So Arabians with the ball again. Brandon Wilson, of course, still out the quarterback position for the Arabians. 6-0. Pendleton on top of the Tigers. Wilson calling the signals. Sends Shoop in motion. Gets a snap and hands off to, no, he doesn't hand off to the fake, and he tosses it up in the vicinity of Tom Cox, and it's over his head and nearly picked off. Now on taking up some defensive duties. Got a hand on that ball. A little bit too high, a little lower, and he might have had a pick. So it'll be second down, 10 yards to go now. Wilson sends Shoop in motion again to the right side, hands off. Be real close to the first down. See if he got it. And it is first down, 10-yard gain. That time Shoop went in motion, he got the handoff.
That's about the 4th time they pulled the opposite side guard and tackle.
Yards. Shoop comes to the left side in motion, and Wilson snaps the pass, and that's caught by number 14, Jeff Moore. And Moore's going to be a little bit shy of first down yard, gain of 9 on the play for Moore. Shoop went in motion, starting on the left side of the line, and went on to the left. And looked like Wilson was looking that way, but then switched back to Jeff Moore, who was wide open, pretty much across the middle. Wilson calling the signals. This time sends Wes Cooper in motion and hands off to number.
Your tackle on this side.
Tim Carter.
Ball now will be spotted at the 41-yard line.
So it's a first and 10 once more for the Arabians. Second first down of this drive. And they're up to about the 39, between the 39 and 40-yard line of Alexandria. This time Shoop goes in motion. Wilson hands off Shoop. There's a flag down.
Now see where everybody's at?
All sides on Pendleton.
That's the same doggone play. That play's been good for them. They'll pull this guard and this tackle on this side. And the tackle on this side goes right through the guard hole.
Whatever. Yeah, it's against Pendleton, whatever it is. Find out it'll be a 5-yard penalty.
That puts the ball back on about the 45-yard line. It's offsides.
Yeah, I'm getting better. Offsides against Pendleton, 5-yard penalty. Brings the ball up to a hair shy of the 46-yard line. But we're still in Alexandria territory. First and 15. Ooh. Nasty. 9:50 and counting left on the game clock for the first half. Robbie?
So far, Pendleton picked up 30 yards on the pass. Sends Shoop in motion. Shoop gets the handoff and finds some running room. And he gets down close to the 30-yard line.
Get about a 14-yard pickup on that carry. Nice job by Brandon.
That's going to be about a yard shy of the first down.
Brings it up to 29 yards on 3 carries so far for the Arabians. Brandon Shoop in this quarter alone has 24 yards on 2 carries.
Shoop put in two good carries. First one was 10 yards for first down. This was going to be a little shy. Second and 1. Pendleton going for their first third down of this drive. Shoop in motion again. And Wilson looks back like he's going to pass. He's scrambling. 5 men are after him. He throws a long pass, and it's picked off. That one looks like number 26. Now there's a flag down. It's number 86.
86, Waymeyer.
Gary Waymeyer. Senior, 6'1", 157 pounds. He was back near the end zone. Wilson fired it up, and Waymar was right there for the catch.
That was one of the things the coach told me he wanted to get rid of. He wanted to cut down on Wilson's pass interceptions. He had 22 last year in 9 games. He wanted to get rid of those things.
Well, still not sure. To Brandon Wilson. And the
Still making a difference. We had the ball.
unit coming on for Alexandria. But it's going to, the penalty is, looks like they were marching back like it was on Alexandria. So it is on Alexandria, and that's going to put them way back on about the 7-yard line. Not sure what that penalty was. It was a clip on Alexandria after the interception.
That'll
And
do
that
it.
puts them back on the 7-yard line.
Now see if our defense can hold it just like they did back here on the 1-yard line.
To see, everything's wide open. You can see that guy,
Hit up on the nose, wide on the pass.
Allen, quarterback, and he makes a toss back to number 22.
That's Brett King.
That's Brett King. He's pretty much been the running back so far for Alexandria.
But again, the 2 yards on that carry by Brett.
2nd and 8 now. 8:25 left in the first half. 6-0, Arabians on top. They were marching down, looking for the end zone, but then Wilson threw up an interception, picked off by Gary Waymire. So Alexandria has the ball now on about the 10-yard line. Allen, the quarterback. There's the snap, and there's a flag that's going to be offside on Alexandria. I think King got the handoff, and he's going, and he's put down about the 15-yard line.
King picked up about 7 yards in that carry, and we'll see if it'll be nullified.
I think it was offside in Alexandria. It's like they jumped. Awaiting call. Number 66 for Alexandria, Jim Moorhead, is up there listening in. And it's going to be on Pendleton, looks like, as they were consulting.
Penalty declined. Yeah, the penalty was against Pendleton. Whatever it was declined. So they'll take it where Brett King left off. A 3 yards shy.
Waymire coming in the game now for Alexandria. He's the man who had the pickoff. He comes in and replaces Jeremy Johnson. So the ball is up to just over the 15-yard line, rather the 20-yard line.
Back.
Or the 15-yard line, rather. And there's the run by...
We got the press. Now, right, the last 2 times they lined up at 53 line. He kept the time and they brought everybody up.
Roughouse making a stop for the Arabians. 1st and 10, Tigers.
Now Waymire quickly exits the game. And move on number 3, Tom Grease.
Make nothing on that nose like that.
Grease is the running back.
Yeah.
But he couldn't find the handle.
Yeah, if we're staying. They're there now.
Play.
Now they're in the 2. They're off the nose, they're off the guard.
Allen puts back, and it's fumbled. Picked up by Matt Schaefer. And it looks like it's going to be Pendleton ball down on the 10-yard line. It was a throwback to number 22, Brett King. Picked up the fumble.
Fumble's on about, they'll mark it back at what, the 10-yard line.
So big break for Pendleton as they get the ball deep in Alexandria territory. Brandon Wilson back in to quarterback. Tim Carter, the running back. Shoop in motion. And it's going to be handed off to Shoop. And he's going to pick up maybe a couple.
It looks like he might have gotten even that many.
And
I'll give him one. I'll give
gain
him
of
one.
1, 2nd and 9. second down, 9 to go here, the Arabians.
Brandon's picked up 25 yards on 3 carries so far in the second quarter alone. He only picked up 7 back in the first quarter, so he's making up for it here.
To get a first down, they probably can't get a first down. They have to have a touchdown. Wilson throws 14. That's Jeff Moore on the 9-yard pass play. And with the score out 12-0 now. And probably Matt Schaefer probably come on to do the kicking. And it looks like they're going to go for the 2-point.
Surprising. I think we're going to get up to 14, so if Alexandria scores twice, it'll be tied.
There's Wilson. He goes down to the right, hands off, and looks like they aren't going to make it.
Nope. Not.
So that keeps the score 12-0. Arabians twice now, failing to convert the extra points. Schaefer.
Okay, don't laugh. I don't care. It's fine.
Schaefer will be kicking it off for the Arabians. 6:09 left to go. Here's
Bam.
the kick, and looks like it's going to be caught. Oh, King can't find a free picks it up. Hit off King's helmet. Breeze picked up about the 15-yard line. He could go down at the 20. So that was
about a 45-yard kick. Well, I'd say about a 43-yard kick.
And very small. Too much going forward. He went clear across the field. He got it clear over on the right side, and now it's over on the left hash mark.
I'll give him 4 yards on the return. He got.
Was hit off 22, and then DeBreeze, 22 with the assist. Rolls around to the right side, hands off, and there goes King shooting through the middle. He gets up to the 30-yard line. Probably got it. He is shot right through the middle, no one laying a hand on him. And that's a first down. So 10-yard gain by Brett King. King has been handling most of the running duties.
Yeah, so far in the first quarter, he went for 20 yards. So far in the second quarter, he's got 16 yards in the ground, so he's got 36 total.
Allen goes back, hands off again to King once more, and he picks up very little, 1 or 2 yards. It's like a gain of 1. So that puts it at 2nd and 9 now. 5:06 to go and winding down, 12-0. I'm Rob Williams, along with Corey Moyer, listening to EM Pendleton.
Very good, very good, very good.
Gets the snap and makes the pass, and that's going to be brought down. One-handed catch by number 89, Brett Yagi, and he's finally brought down at the Pendleton 29-yard line. He made the one-handed catch and then went on to make a big gain. So that brings about the first thing the Alexandria crowd has had to cheer about.
Oh yeah, 39 yards.
That's the first completion by Brandon Allen. It was to Brian Nagy. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 180 pounds, tight end.
Tell you, Jeff Moore on that play was our last hope, and thank goodness he brought him down. 39-yard pass play, the first complete pass. Brandon, 1 for 3 on passing.
There's the toss back to King, and he's going for about a 4-yard loss as the Arabian defense just swarmed on him. Looked like 79. That's Jeff Heath. Was in first one to make the hook.
Belmont got about a 3-yard loss now. It'll be a 3-yard loss, 2nd 13. 4 yards.
2nd and 14 now. It's going down 12-0, getting Arabians on top. But Alexandria is up to about the 34-yard line. Backward on that last play. Allen with snap, I formation, hands off to King. And King tries to turn a corner and maybe gets back to the original line. He's up to about the 30-yard line.
And about the, I'd say about 31, right on line of scrimmage early, so gain those 3 yards back, so.
3rd and 10.
Well, right now, Brett King really has 20 yards so far in this second period alone. He's the only person that has run the ball, other than that last catch by Eggy. He's the only person that has run the ball from the line of scrimmage.
That last play looked little botches. The quarterback and King bumped into each other on the handoff.
It's like, you know, it's like, hey, what's the deal? You're supposed to run.
But King still turned the corner and picked up 3 yards. There's Allen back to pass. And it's going to be off the fingertips of Todd Brees. And he was hit immediately after it touched his hand by Kevin Stevens.
He's got a quick throw at Todd Brees. So far, he's 0 for 3 throwing to him. So, we'll stick with Yegi or Brett. I'd like to see a complete pass to Brett King. I bet you he would really.
Fast runner.
Hey, you'd be talking Biasucci type field goals here.
Well,
Biasucci is real, okay. Raul Allegre, that's better. Probably don't like the Colts.
well, you know how it goes.
Okay,
I'll roll with it.
Yeah, I know you always talk about the Redskins and it's like that.
No. Actually, a Bears fan.
Oh, okay.
Allen goes back to the ball, and he's going to make the long pass. And can't get to it. That was Todd Brees again, and can't get it to him. He was open, but the pass floated out to the right, out of bounds. So that turns it over to the Arabians.
You know, there's 2 things I tell you. Win this game. One thing, quit throwing Todd Brees. Second thing, whoever we put in motion, get that guy, follow that guy.
With the man in motion, every time unless it's a busted play, pretty much.
Really about 9 out of 10 times, really. That's what it amounts to. There's only been 1 or 2 times I can remember.
Shoot in motion. And it's going to be handed off to Kevin Stevens. And he gets bumped, but still going in. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. At the 35, started at the 31. So it's 2nd and 6 now, 2:35 counting down here in the first half. 12-0 again, Arabians on top so far. They've had 2 touchdowns, but haven't been able to convert the extra points on a botched snap from center, and then couldn't convert the 2-point conversion. In motion to the right side.
Pass.
Wilson goes back to pass, and it's going to be caught by number 9. That would be Tom Cox.
First down that time, so we got about a 9-yard, about a 9-yard gain on that.
That was a good pass by Wilson there.
48 yards passing in the air so far. Brandon Wilson has 1 interception, and he is, let's see, 1, 2, 5 for 8 in the air. That's pretty good.
Only thrown 1 interception.
What would you do with my calculator? Cube.
Wilson sends Shoop in motion, hands off to Shoop. He goes around the right side, turns the corner, and he fights his way for a gain. It's going to be 2nd and 6. It's a 4-yard gain. 1:37 now, and going down.
63% in the air. Once again, he's 5 for 8, 1 interception, and 48 yards total. I say he really doesn't have a favorite. 3 of them right now. 4 of them.
Wilson's back to pass, and it's going to be, can't get brought down by Tom Cox. Hit off his right hand. It was a little bit to the left of him. He couldn't quite get there. Well, Wilson has a 1 interception, 1 touchdown pass.
1 minute, 18 seconds left to go in this first half of play. Arabians right now leading 12-0.
Incomplete pass stops the clock. 3rd down, 5 to go. Wilson sends shoot motion, starting on the left and going out to the left. Wilson back to pass. And he's going to be hit, but still gets the pass off, and it's to be caught by number 14, Jeff Moore, for a good gain. He's put down at about the 44-yard line. That's a pretty good pass there for Brandon Wilson.
16-yard gain that time.
Wilson doing a good job so far.
They were racking up yards, so we got 64 yards so far in the air.
And a chunk of those coming in this quarter. He had 21.
That should make fun
And it'll be 1st and 10, 1:11 to go for the Arabians. They're down on the Alexandria 35. Wilson fakes handoff, then finally gets it to Kevin Stevens, who is hit hard behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 3 yards. He was nailed. That hurry up offense for the Arabians. And now we're going to have a timeout called.
Right now, so far for the game, Brandon Wilson is 5 for 10. He's throwing half right now. He's got 47 total yards. On the ground so far in this quarter, we have
hungry day out here. All ready to resume play. 2nd and 12. 53 seconds to go. Shoop in motion. Wilson goes back to pass, and he throws up a long one. And no one's putting that one down. That one was intended for number 14, Jeff Moore. Their covering was Todd Priest, but it overshot them both. So it'll be 3rd and 12 from the 38-yard.
Same thing, nice long pass. Wilson wants to get in that end zone. I know Coach wants to get in there and rack up some more points for halftime.
Shoop in motion to the right. Wilson rolls to the right, and he throws a bad pass down in the turf, way in front of 25, John Underwood, the intended receiver. That one just barely got to him on the bounce. So that puts it at 4th and 12 now. 43 seconds left to go. And see what they're going to do. Looks like they're going to go for it. 4th and 12 was Alexandria going for it from 4th and 10. Seconds to go. You can gamble.
Why not? Coach says, you know, what the heck? Why not? Let's try it. Let's see. Half anyway. Why worry?
Call it pass or run.
I'll say pass. It's got to be a pass.
It's going to be a pass.
A long pass.
And it is, and it's going to be caught by Brandon Shoop. He's brought down at the 21, or the 19.
19-yard pass play.
So that puts more on Brandon's total so far. Hurry up. Again.
Tell you, we're talking pressure pass there. You got 36 seconds left. Yeah, 4th and 12. That's a beautiful pass. 19-yard pass play. Brings us up to, what, 66 total yards so far. There, now we're back up in the 60s.
And now the clock's running. So they had to remark.
Quick time.
With the markers.
30 seconds counting.
There's Wilson back to pass. He's looking. He has Jeff Moore, but it was to his right. He couldn't get it down. So that puts it 2nd and 24 seconds left to go. Wilson aiming for the end zone. He's a little short that time. That was Moore was down about the 7-yard line, but couldn't get it down.
We have that incomplete pass. We got the time where the clock stops, so they get to talk it out and say, what's going on? Be there. I want to get some more points.
That's a good incomplete pass. There is such a thing because it stops the clock. It gives them a chance to reconnoiter.
That first down and then out of bounds.
There's Wilson with the pass, and it's up, and it's going to be no catch. It was almost caught. So that puts it at 3rd and 10. I think the intended receiver was 22 Wes Cooper.
Tell you, Brandon's percentages are going way down. He's, what, 6 for 15 right now.
But he has good yardage.
Oh, yes. 66 yards on 6 passes isn't bad. You're averaging, what, 11? That's 11 yards per pitch, and that's not bad at all. He averaged 13 and a half last year.
Stevens in motion. Wilson back pass once more, and that one's into the end zone way over everybody's head. That was intended for Jeff Moore once more.
Now he's still got one more chance.
4th and 10 now, 14 seconds to go. This is the last one. 6 of 16 now for Brandon Wilson. With 66 yards, he likes that 6. Well, both their touchdowns have been for 6 points.
True. I hadn't thought about that. Oh, well.
Well, this is probably the last play of the half. Close, maybe be able to get one more.
At least the last play for us, unless we can get this.
Going for a field goal.
Field goal.
And there's the kick.
It's good.
It's going to be good. A nice kick by
Right.
20, 25, 30, about a 32-yard kick
Beautiful. All right.
by Matt Schaefer. So that puts it 15-0. Now, Arabians want 10 seconds to go. And here's the kick. It's going to be short. Caught by King. And he's going to be hit, but he doesn't go down. And he's running and put down at about the 37 with 3 seconds to go. And now they put him, they marked it all the way up to the 39-yard line. Right, that's Alexandria.
And Brett King has gotten 37 of those 38 total yards.
He's been the guy with the running. High formation for Alexandria. Allen, he's gonna hand off. King, and he's struck down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. That ends the first half. 15-0. The Arabians on top, showing they mean business. We're gonna take a still be Brandon Allen with the quarterback duties for Alexandria. And they have 2 backs. And there's the snap, and it's going to be handed off, and not much of a gain of anything. King, and he was hit immediately. So probably a no gain. I think it's probably still 2nd and 10.
Take a look at the third quarter donors. We have Gardner Wrecking and Antiques, Jimmy's Dairy Bar, American Legion Post 117, Old Trail Restaurant, John Lord and Mr. and Mrs. Ron Hatcher and family, Dave and Jean Beechler, Maurice Kroll family, and Dennis and Melanie Johnson and family.
I'd like to thank all our donors for making these remote broadcasts of WE. There's a snap by Allen, and he hands off. And whoever it was got down at about the 37-yard line. And I think it was...
That's their tackle on this side, I think.
Craig Eaton with the carry that time. And it was a 6-yard gain, 3rd and 4 now. Alexandria up to about the 38-yard line. Their own 38-yard line.
Same thing. Everything's the same. Just back on the other side.
There's the snap, and it's going to be a quick pass, and it's batted down by number 64, Mark Filbert. So that'll put it at 4th down, 4 to go, and here comes the kicking unit on for Alexandria. Alexandria has punted 3 times so far. Their punter is Jamie Glass. And he's picked up 114 yards in 3 punts. There's the snap, and there's the kick, and that's a real short one. And that one's gonna bounce out of bounds at about the 42, 43-yard line of Pendleton. So good field position for Pendleton to start this drive off.
About an 18-yard field goal, or
It's a punt.
thank you very much. It was an 18-yard,
Punt.
and that was, oh gee, I thought I said 9 seconds left in the game, or the period.
It was a quick one. 10:09 left to go in this third quarter of play.
Making fun of me. 132 yards total on the punt so far there. See here, I'll figure this
That
out.
one didn't help his average much. And Brandon Wilson, the quarterback for Pendleton. They have 1 back, shoot in motion. And there's the snap. Wilson back to pass. He's being chased. Makes a quick pass. Caught by Tim Carter, and he almost loses it. He's brought down about the 39-yard line, 39, 40-yard line. He would have been able to turn upfield, but he lost that ball on his hip. Couldn't get it. And then he was be a loss.
Maybe a half a yard. I'll stick with a 1 yard, so I'll say just a 1 yard loss.
Good mark for Pendleton. I thought it was back about 39, 41. But they still call it a 1 yard loss. Second 11. And shoot the motion again. And it's going to be handed off to Wes Cooper. Cooper, and there's a flag down. Looks like they're having there. Cooper was brought down back up to close to the original line of scrimmage. About between where their line of scrimmage was that play and the original line of scrimmage.
Let's see what's going on here.
And there was a flag after Cooper was hit.
Went down, yes. Kevin Stevens not coming back in for the Arabians.
Cooper ran a long way, but he got the ball about 5 yards back.
And it's against Pendleton, wherever it is.
They're now marking penalty. And they're ready to mark it off. They're still conversing. And that one's going to be a big one, 15-yard shot. And that
Flipping against Pendleton.
like I said, that's an easy one to see.
Man.
All you got to do is pretty much look where the ball is, and that's where you're going to see it. So it's second 26 now. Pendleton way back on. Shoop in motion again. There's the snap. Wilson's back to pass. And he throws it up, and Shoop makes the catch. Gets back almost to the original. Pretty big pass play.
I'll call it a 14-yard pass play.
So another, that's his average. That was just over his average, but that was up to about 13.
96 yards again so far. He's 8 of 18.
So it's third and 11. 8:35 and counting down here in the third quarter. Pendleton on top, 15-0. Over the Alexandria Tigers. In motion is Wes Cooper, and it's finally going to be handed off to Cooper, I believe. Tim Carter. Carter goes forward for a pretty good gain, about 7 yards probably.
That's the first rush that we have had so far in this quarter.
And it was an 8-yard gain.
Did you go for it? 7-yard gain. Did you go for it? The punt. Don't look at the field. Go for it. Yeah, I would too. Yeah, but they're going to punt. Yeah, but to see if they lose it, they're going to have problems though, because they're only on the 48-yard line.
And there's the punt. And that looks like a pretty good one. Caught at about the 20 and brought down back at the 20. And then hit for 1 yard loss. That was 86.
Waymeyer.
It made the pick off of Brandon Wilson's pass.
A 42-yard punt.
So another good punt for the Arabians kicker, Ricky Brown. Or rather, Ricky Brown had the first one.
Yeah, Jeff
and then it was Jeff Augustinowicz who kicked that one.
And Jeff Augustinowicz did.
So good kicking, good punting for Pendleton. And it'll be Brandon Allen, quarterback for Alexandria. He hands off for a handoff was to Greg Eden.
You all right?
Yeah, he picked up 4 yards on the play. Kind of choked me up. So it's 2nd and 6 now for the Tigers. Allen, the quarterback. Tigers don't send anyone in motion. And he pitches it back to King. King tries to turn the corner, and he gets maybe a gain of 2. And be a gain of about 3 yards. 3rd and 3 now for Alexandria.
3rd and 3.
That was King again on that run. He's the #1 running back.
Obviously so. Tell you, back in the first half, I still can't believe that's the first time I've ever seen one runner get all but 1 yard.
He was the offense. King is just a junior. 5'7", 145. He's fast. There's the snap. Allen tries to get the quick pass, and he's tripped up, but he lunged forward for a yard or two. Looks like he got a yard probably. And looks like the punting unit will come on for Alexandria. They can't afford to go for it. Not back deep in their own territory like they are. They're up to about the 28-yard line. So it'll be another punt for Alexandria. They've punted 4 times for 132 yards.
The average 33 yards.
All the punts by Jamie Glass. 33 yards, that's pretty good. Like in an interesting punting formation, you have 3 men back, rest in front of the punter, and that punt is going to go out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It was kicked from the 30.
30-yard punt.
What was his average?
Well, it's 33. That brings it down even more.
Just a little. So Arabians will start at the 40, just where they started their last drive. Starting from their own 40-yard line.
Brings it back to 32.4 yards per on the punt.
5:24 left in the third quarter. First and 10 for the Arabians. They'll start the first drive. 15-0. Arabians on top. Keep in motion, as he usually is. Handoff to, I believe that's Kev Stevens. And that, the flag down on the play. No, I guess it was not Kevin Stevens. He was number 30, Tim. There was a flag down, not for two. But we'll wait and see if that's nullified.
Against us. It's against Pendleton Heights. They're talking to number 51. I can't remember who that is.
Number 51, Greg Clark. And it's a 10-yard penalty. Puts him back to 30. It was holding on the Arabians. So that puts it first and 20 now, instead of being second and 8. Until those penalties hurt. That's a
35 yards.
That's a lot.
35 total yards penalties for us tonight.
That doesn't help.
No, not too well. Too much it doesn't.
That's the kind of thing coach doesn't like to see, all those penalties. Shoop in motion. Wilson back to pass. He's going deep, being rushed. He tosses off to Carter on the screen. Carter tries to turn the corner, and he's going to get up to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, I'd say got him in about 7 yards on that, so it'll be probably second or third on that.
13.
Yeah, it's about second and 13.
Second and 13.
103 total yards in the air so far for Brandon. He is 3 for 3. He's coming out of the third quarter.
He had quite a few last year too, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
How much was that? 216?
260.
I knew I had a 6 in it. He got the 6s. Wilson makes a pass, and it's caught, tipped right into Moore's hands. That's Jeff Moore on the catch. It was tipped by 88, Matt Reynolds.
10-yard pass that time.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, a beautiful pass. I tell you, they ate up those 20 yards in a hurry.
Well, Wilson's getting his completion rate up.
Yeah, he's 10 for 20 right now. He's 50%. He came up from 38% at the half to 50% here in the third quarter.
There's Wilson dropping back for one more pass, and he's going to get it to Cooper, who has enough for the first down. It's up to about the 48-yard line.
Got a 5-yard gain on that one. We're up now 118 yards. He's 5 for 5 here in the third quarter.
So that gives the Arabians a first down. They got the 10-yard penalty to start the drive off, put them back to 1st and 20. They came back with the pass plays and got the first down. So it's 1st and 10 from about the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. And looks like we're going to have a timeout, maybe. The officials over on the sideline. Something is amiss over there. Officials talking to the Alexandria coaches. The problem was on the Alexandria sideline. Don't know what it was, but it's over now. We're ready to.
That's an easy way to brush it off. Yeah, that's over. Let's go. 3:40 left and counting to go in the third period of play. 15-0. Pendleton still on top. First and 10 at Alexandria's 47-yard line.
There's the snap, handed off to Shoop. Shoop fights his way through the crowd for about a 4-yard gain. That was just pulling would-be tacklers along with him to get that 4-yard gain. Looks like he might have been hit for no gain, but he just went along. Looks like it might be a man down. That was a problem. They're looking at him now.
I tell you, that's only the second time so far in this whole period that we've rushed. All the rest of the time's been passing and punting.
Shoop in motion. There's Wilson rolling around to the right, looking for the pass. And it's going to be
incomplete.
Not caught, almost caught by number
Cox.
Number 9, Tom Cox. I thought it was number 4. I couldn't figure out who that was. So that puts it at 3rd and 7 now. They said that run by Shoop was only a 3-yard gain. Well, 3rd and 7 with 2:46 left to go. Wilson sends Shoop in motion. Shoop goes to the right. Wilson rolls around to the right. And that's going to be off the hands of Cox and almost intercepted by number 58. That would be Troy Cook.
It looked just as if Tommy turned his head right as he was getting the ball in his hands. He, I don't know if he called it anticipating too much or looking before you leap, because he didn't have the ball, so he really couldn't turn and fire like he tried to. So
it's going to be a punt. I'll guess Novich again.
Yeah, fourth and 7. 2:42 left. Third period of play.
August Novich has been doing a good job punting. See if he can continue that. Bad snap. And he still gets it off.
Good punt.
And it's going to be caught at the 20-yard line. And there goes the runner up to the 30-yard line. That was, I believe, it was Travis Garrett, number 80.
Perkins and James Perkins, number 19, and the big one, Jason Childers, pulling down. Jeff Gustinovis continues. He's doing a dandy job punting tonight. He's really doing a good job, looking good.
Childers is pretty big, 6 foot, 201 pounds.
He's 6 foot. He's not taller than me. They have him listed as 6 foot. I tell you, I'm going to let him have the first day I see him.
And there's a run by King, and that's about a 5-yard gain up to the 35-yard line.
Saying that he is Jason Childers is taller than me is like saying that Ralph Sampson is shorter than you.
Okay.
Now if he hears this, he's
Corey
going
Moore with the editorial
to.
there.
He's probably going to haul up and beat me up sometime. Now.
It's 2nd and 6 now. Allen will hand it off. Or no, he fakes handoff and then pitch back, and King is struck down for a loss of about 5 yards. It was
Beautiful. Beautiful.
4-yard loss.
That was nice anticipation there.
He faked me out. I thought it was a handoff to Craig Eaton. But it wasn't. He kept it and then rolled to his left and pitched back to King. And Pendleton man was right there to make the stop. It's 3rd and 9 now.
No. It's more like 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 11.
Scoreboard says 3rd and 9.
Board's wrong.
Allen rolls around to his right. He throws up the long pass. And it's almost picked off by Kevin Stevens. He wants interference. Waymeyer would be the would-be interference, but he is not. No matter how Kevin Stevens please, It's going to be 4th and 9 and time to punt for Alexandria. And that's how they've ended all their drives. And it will be Jamie Glass. The kicker, he's a senior, 6'2", 190 pounds.
I guess it was like 3rd and 9. The person holding the yard marker was set wrong.
He was set behind. And there's the punt on the way. It's a high one, but not too deep. Be caught by Stevens, and he calls a fair catch. That'll be about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. So the Arabians will take back over 37. They've had, this will be their 3rd drive, I believe, of the half. And all of them, 2 of them started on the 40. This one's starting on the 37. Still 15-0. Arabians so far being able to hold on to their lead. It'll be Wilson, the quarterback. Number 14, Jeff Morrison there as a wide receiver. No one in motion. It's handed off to Tim Carter, and he fights his way through for a gain of 4. That's we were talking about the man in motion usually gets the ball, but then you got to decide who's going to get the ball when there's no man in motion. That time it was a play right up the middle by Tim Carter.
Squad 51, squad 51.
2nd and 40. 2nd and 42. 2nd
Oh,
6
no,
now.
6. Nice try, Rob. Hey, what's the deal? This hometown spirit?
And shoot. Oh, no, hands him. And it almost intercepted. I thought Shoop had the ball, and then Wilson's tossing up a pass.
No, that was Jeff Moore. Jeff Moore.
Who threw it?
That was Jeff Moore. It's Wilson that threw it.
Okay.
It was Jeff Moore's intended.
And it was almost picked off by, I think, again, it was Gary Waymeyer. It's either Waymeyer or Travis Garrett. They were both back there. So it's now, should be 3rd and 6, I believe.
With 13 seconds left to go in the 3rd period of play.
Arabians are on the 43-yard line. Shoop in motion. Wilson drops back, rolls to his right, makes the dump off to, looks like, I think it's Tom Cox. Yes, Tom Cox, I believe. And it's enough for the 1st down.
Yes,
That was just a nice little pass there by Wilson.
12-yard pass. Yeah, that's not nice, though. That's a nice 12. That's a nice 12-yard pass.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 now. That's the end of the quarter. When we come back, it'll be ball in the
12 minutes left to go in the home period of play. Somebody has the ball. Give me those. Never mind, I don't need them.
good.
Wes Cooper going on the far side on the drop play. Cuts back upfield. He's pushing, and he's finally pushed back to the line of scrimmage. He was cutting and moving and cutting and moving and spinning. But he finally got back to the line of scrimmage. I guess that's well.
It could be a gain of 1 yard on the play.
First down, so we're going to go about 10 yards on that. Got a man down for Alexandria now. Macy's Food Stores. Pendleton Tire. Thompson family, the David Cook family.
Ready to resume play.
Wilson's back up on the line now. Wilson stands up and looks over everything. Three-back offense sends Cooper in motion. Two split wide out, hands Cooper off the middle. Cooper pushing up. He'll get about, or at least get a good 6 yards off that one. About 5 or 6 yards. Well, let's see. Well, they'll put it. I'll give him about 5 yards. So it'll be a 5-yard gain for Wes Cooper. With 10 minutes and 30. Yeah, Alexandria Tigers are battling the third period of play. 10 minutes, 20. They have the ball driving on the 31, on the 29-yard line. Brandon Wilson, the Arabians quarterback, looks deep for pass. Intercepted. Intercepted by Alexandria. Looks like number 80, and he's brought down hard. Interception, Travis Garrett, number 80. With the interception.
10-yard return out club.
Tell you that will bring a team's momentum down, I tell you. 10-12 left to go in the fourth period of play. I'll tell you, Coach Button really has to be upset with that. I know he's got a 15-point lead, but still. But then you got to look at the end of the how about Alexandria? So it's almost like getting a touchback on a kickoff. So we're really starting back from scratch, really. 10 minutes of counting. Alexandria back on the field now. Brandon Allen back at quarterback. Deep in the front of Pendleton, really shuffling around and getting set. Allen hands off up the middle. And King will be around that time. Excuse me, that was Eaton. He's a running back into the 5'10", 210 pounds, big man. Getting 6 yards, so he's 4 short, second down and 4. 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes left and counting.
Eden so far has rushed for 13 yards.
I formation, two-back offense. One wide out on the near side. Allen hands off up the middle. Goes to King that time. King with a just shy of a first down. Just shy, maybe a yard. So they're going to mark it, so it'll be, well, let's see, a 3-yard gain now. For Brett King that time. I tell you, it's the Brett King show here. He's starting to get up just a little bit. Starting to get a little bit of the rushing pressure and the rushing duties taken off of him. 3rd and 1 for Alexandria now on their 29-yard line.
Straight up, looks like. A little bit inside tackle.
Side two-back offense, hands off up the middle, first down, no problem.
That was the tackle on this side that come down there and got that tackle.
Sorry, I'm sorry. 2 yards.
He was lined up on the inside shoulder of our tackle.
2-yard gain on that one, brings it up. 1st and 10 now for
You hear me?
on the 31-yard line.
You hear that?
Ball 17.
That was their tackle on this side. He was lined up on the inside shoulder of our tackle, and he was there almost by the time the ball was.
Alexandria back up to line of scrimmage now. 8:20 left to go in the game. Allen going back, looking to pass, and brought down at the last moment by Mark Filbert right after he got the pass out of his hands. An incomplete pass that time.
Pass attempt. Alexandria, and they have had one completion for 39 yards.
46 Jeremy Johnson going into the game now.
They're having just under 5 yards a pass.
Just under. Back up the line now is Alexandria. High formation again, two-back offense. One split out to the far side. Allen going back to pass, and he hands off this time on a fake to King. A beautiful execution, and he's brought down hard. A couple of yards short, brought down by number 31, Craig Alford. First time I pulled Craig's name out of the hat tonight.
That was a game of
A lot of running for 3
They're
yards,
down about
4 yards.
3rd and 6 now.
He stayed back. He was in the backfield.
Good unit. Wasn't it coming in for Pendleton and a lot of good
There's
plays?
a couple of new ones out there, but not very.
He was back there dancing around with the tackle. or linebacker.
Allen with 2 back offense, staying with that, and he must like it. Going back to hand off up the middle to Brett King. King's got the first down and a little bit more. King brings all the way up from the 36-yard line.
That's where the holes are at.
Yard line's an 11-yard gain. 11-yard gain for Brett King that time. Darren Key going back in. Coming out is number 80, Travis Garrett. Garrett, the one who made the interception earlier on Brandon Wilson's pass.
King has 23 yards so far rushing this quarter.
I tell you, he is really tough. Split out to the far wide. Sent it all the way up this time to Eden. Eden goes up and is pushed back, and they got a flag on the play. There was a flag on the play while Eden was being pushed back. And let's see what happens here.
Moorhead, I think.
My guess would be
They called the face mask on it. The guy on the opposite side called the face mask.
and pushing and pushing. I'd guess it would be a holding call.
We were definitely holding.
Well,
Whoever that guy was right in front of Craig.
Let's see, they're talking to Alexandria, so I guess it's against the Arabians.
there's been a lot of 35 yards worth of penalties on the Arabians.
Yeah, this is this football team as far as I'm concerned. You know, you got to take what we're not that versatile to do that much yet. I think we will be. Right now, we're just not.
Face
masking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're just not that versatile right now.
And it goes from the play stand.
Yeah, a real big difference. He catches those balls.
That hurts.
Oh, yes. I tell you, a penalty.
Pitch foul.
King coming to the near side.
Got the 22-yard line.
Yard line. Red King shoots all the way
First down.
from the 30. Was that the 34-yard line all the way down to 22? So a 12-yard gain for Brett King that time. King really shooting
34 yards
this time.
now this quarter.
King's really shooting through hard this time. .6:54 left. First and 10. 15-0 still. Temple Heights on top. We're in the fourth quarter once again. And let's see. Got a big field. Allen looking deep. Looking to pass. And he's going to be brought down by Matt Schaefer. Matt Schaefer and a bunch of other Arabians grab on him. Jeff Heath and Matt Schaefer were 2 that I saw. Jeff Exner is also in there. Jeff and Matt were one of the first 2.
Was that Allen that was brought down?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they wasn't brought down, but they gave them forward motion to stop them. So bring back no gain. Second 10. 6:20 in counting.
This has been the most productive quarter so far for Alexandria. They have 42 yards
And
so
for,
far.
and for us, really, we have really put a lot of yards in the air. High formation, split out wide to the far side. Allen looking to pass, hands off this time once again to that fake reverse to King. King's rushing, he might get to it. No, he's finally pulled down by Jeff Moore.
Fell down, he was,
And Sylvie almost flipped.
he slipped.
Jeff Moore finally brings him down
Sylvie hadn't fell down, he'd have flipped.
right at the 10. So that brings the ball from the, what was that, from the 22 back to the 10. So another 12-yard gain for Brett.
Yes.
That play right there really has got us.
Right on the 10, Monty.
Now that's 58 yards so far this quarter for King. There's the pass. Oh, at the off the Wayminer's shoulder.
Go to the split back and run center trap. God, we could walk all over him.
His arm and then off his shoulder.
Second and 10 now with 5:43 left. The Alexandria Tigers are knocking on the door, and they're knocking hard. Arabian defense has got to be willing to, stand up to the challenge and say, hey, come on, guys, what's the deal here? We came here to visit, and you're supposed to treat your guests with courtesy. Come on. But hey, we've got a 15-point lead, but we can't squander that away. We still got, 5 minutes is a lot of time.
They're off the nose this time.
Offense, whatever you want to call it. Allen hands off up the middle this time. Eden pushing and can't quite make it past the 5-yard line. So they might give him a couple yards in forward motion. Gary Martin now coming back in off the injured list, and he's coming back into play. Coming out of the field, number 46, the Jeremy Johnson Jr. 3 more goal line defense people coming in. Got a gain of almost 5 yards. We'll call it 4 yards on that one. So it's 3rd and 6 now. 4 yards for Craig Eaton on that rush. Allen getting ready with it. It's a snap. Looking to pass. Looking end zone. Touchdown, Alexandria.
Waymeyer with the catch.
First play he comes back in. I tell you.
They made 2 complete passes, 1 for a 39-yard gain, 1 for a touchdown. That's about a 6-yard pass play.
Well, I know the coach wasn't wanting to let them get on the scoreboard, but they did. 15-6 as of right now. They're going for the PAT or 2-point conversion. Which one, I have no idea. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. Arabians, I know. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think they're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
They are.
They never had anybody come on the field for kicking.
Yeah, they're going for it. Here's a snap and little rush inside the push, and they got it.
Allen
got
takes it himself.
Everybody kept pushing right on Allen.
All right, I have a question now.
Yes, sir.
Does that go down as a...
Do what?
What was the deal? 6-8 is the score?
Yeah.
But never mind.
Yes, it does go down as a... No.
Goes up there. Okay, I got it.
At all.
That's under control.
Okay.
That makes it 15-8. And Alexandria trying to make their comeback.
Very easily. Coach Brock's got something to think about now. It's like, we've got to score this time.
Still got to get in business.
There's a little onside kick, and it's picked up, and
Hey, we got it, Monty.
let's see what happened. Alexandria players are pointing toward their way, and what happened last time is Pendleton still took possession of it.
That was number 57.
Nah. Pendleton recovers that ball. Arabians have it.
Oh, for us, 57 for us.
I thought we was on that ball.
That would be Jeff Smith, the center.
Well, Jeff picked it up, and so we had good coverage.
Well, we got to do some crazy stuff here. We'll have to send some people.
We are just shy of the 50-yard line.
They might have
on this team.
He's a good center.
Oh, yes. Wilson's in Shoop in motion. Shoop going up the middle. He got maybe a yard or two. Really didn't have much. He ran into a nice big wall, ran into Greg Clark again, and number 87, Jeremy Johnson. So they got a big lineup there. They got Jeremy Johnson. They've got him at 176. And Greg Clark at 204. And they got J.B. Sylvie at 210. They've got a big front line. 2nd and 8, 4:18 left. 3-back offense, two wideouts. Heads off to Cooper on the far side. Cooper's got a little bit of running room. He's got the first down. Cooper will get the first down, so give that one an 8 or a 10-yard gain. Or we'll give him an 8-yard gain on that one. They should give him the first down. Yes, first down, 8-yard gain for Wes Cooper on that. Gives us first down with 4:07 left. The ball will be spotted on the 39-yard line. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think what's making Pendleton's running effective, they have so many guys out there running the football. They got Shoop, Stevens, and Cooper.
And Carter. I mean, it's hard to pick out, like, you know, oh, let's fall number 30, or let's fall number 31. I mean, they're all doing a good job, and you really can't pinpoint one except for Brandon Shoop, really. Stevens in motion. Stevens gets the ball. He gets hammered right at the line, and he gets pushed back, maybe a gain of 1, if even that. As soon as he turned to cut upfield on the far side of Brandon Wilson in the center, he really got nailed.
Well, they're giving him a gain of 2 yards. Forward motion.
Yeah, they must have given him a lot of forward motion, but he ran into a nice big front line again.
I think he probably had about a gain of 3 there.
He ran into Troy Cook and Greg Clark again, and Jeremy Johnson was there.
We'll give him 2.
2nd and 8 now for the Arabians. Back up in line. Wilson sends Shoop in motion. Shoop gets the ball on the near side, coming to the near side, trying to cut upfield. He might get back a couple yards, and he's finally hit forward. Bringing him down that time. Let's see, number 73 and 89. We got Brian Yegi and Michael Wiley bringing him down.
Brian Yegi.
6-yard gain.
You're not getting any help from your backside people, Coach.
2. Ravens pushing up now. 3rd and 2. I'd look for a little passing play or a little pop pass from Wilson right now. Bring us over the top. 2:38 left. The game in the waning moments. I know Coach Bryant would like to put some more points on the board. Oh, Brandon Wilson fumbles the ball and lands right back on it. Alexandria coach wanting timeout. He's got his timeout. We'll take one as well. We've got 2 minutes, 27 seconds left to go. The score is 15-8. The Pendleton Knights Arabian.
In a while, Brandon is 12 to 27, so it's back down to 50% completion ratio.
Yeah, and he's really looking good here in the second half. Flag, even before the play. That's probably I'd say lining up all sides. And they're talking to Brandon Wilson. It's on Pendleton. I'd like to know what's going on. Yeah, Brandon Wilson threw up his hands in the air in disgust. Like, you know, gee, come on, not another pansy penalty. Or, well, punting crew coming on now. Legal procedure against, there's a little bit of motion. Split my eyes, so I think it's 4th and 11 now. The punting team came on, move the ball.
You got too many people out there, Coach.
Once again, this is the first punt of the game now.
But not move the ball. Move it backwards, is that?
It's the tackle. Hey, Brown with a short punt. It's picked up about the 10-yard line. And it's finally brought down about the 25-yard line. And down that time to Jeff East.
Ball back.
86.
No, he got off. I thought Brees was staying in for the punt return. He come off.
8-yard. Sorry, 25-yard game.
Yeah, you had 13 there for a while. You had 13 there for a while. I didn't think it was coming off.
15-8 to still the score. Clock now on its way down. Allen still doing the quarterback and hoping to get his team into the end zone for some more points to tie up this game. Allen looking to pass. Got Waymar wide open. He's overthrown and Waymar was hustling and hustling to try to get over that ball's path, but he just couldn't do it. So an incomplete pass that time for Brandon Allen. 2nd down and 10 now for the Alexandria Tigers. Once again, if you have just joined us or just tuned in, we have 2 minutes, 2 seconds left to go in this game. Pendleton Heights jumped out to an early 15-0 lead. Alexandria Tigers just scored here a little bit ago. And they bring the ball up 15-8 is the score. 2nd and 10. The ball right now is
They're not playing real deep on us. I mean, they're not, they're still not back like I've seen one guy real deep by them.
Allen with 2 backs and 2 split wide outs. He's looking to pass, looking upfield, bringing him down. Jeff Heath with a sack. Jeff Heath brings him right back to the line of scrimmage. With,
Better full time, boys.
Jeff Heath really grabbed on his legs, hauling him down to the turf.
Clock winding down. 140.
I think the 3rd down, and I tell you, they got 2 yards on that sack. 3rd and 8 now. Allen looking now. Got 2 split wide out, 2 back offense. Looking to pass again. Looking deep. And he's got Waymar for the 1st down.
Couldn't get out of bounds.
Waymar with a 10-yard pass play from Allen. It's good for the 1st down. And the clock stops as they move the chain forward. 1:18 left to go. 15-8 to score. The ball now will be at the 36 or 37-yard line.
55 yards in the air now for Brandon Allen.
Yes, and they have 62 or 63 yards to travel before they can get that end zone and tie this game up. Allen with the snap. Going back to pass again, looking upfield, and it's batted down by Mark Filbert. Filbert got a hand on it and put it out of its normal trajectory path. 1 minute, 1 second left. Coach John Broughton hoping this game ends this way and hoping that we end this open this season.
I think we need to pick on this side of the field a little bit.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Brandon Allen's averaging 18.
I know they got that 24 loaded up over there, buddy. He's been there all day long.
Number of passes he's completed, sure.
You throw that out the window, you got the good.
2 wide outs, 2 back offense. Allen pitches back to King. King pitches back over to Waymar. Waymar coming out just a couple yards. Looks like he's back to line of scrimmage, so no gain at all for Gary Waymire. was a nice reverse.
Timeout.
Well, we've got 51 seconds and
45.
Yes.
We'll have a couple of good punters out there.
Yeah, that's true. Alexandria back up the line. Two wideouts, two backs. Two back offense, I formation. Allen going back, looking to pass. A little pop pass. It is Brock. There's Brock getting back down by the big one. Another big man, number 79, Jeff Heath. I tell you, Jeff's a big boy.
We'll say that was intended for number 46.
We got Jeff Heath, who's middle guard and the tackle, 5'9", 200 pounds. I tell you, he's a big one. He's strong, though. He's just like his daddy told me.
47 seconds.
This one's drawing to a close, ever so slowly, though. But I'm thinking Coach Broughton is wishing this game went in a lot quicker than it is. Allen with the snap, looking and looking. He's got Waymeyer. And let's see.
First down.
Bounce. Yes. It'll be a complete pass. First down. 11-yard pass play to Gary Waymeyer, number 86. Waymeyer limping just a little bit on his left ankle.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
16.5 yards to pass now for Brandon out.
Not bad at all. 4 completion. Okay. Allen gets his squad up. Two wideouts, two backs. Flag on the play already. Hands up at the middle to Brett King. King's got...
We moved, Monty.
30 yards. He's got a 28-yard run, but there is a flag on the play.
Your white man out here.
That time, but the flag on the play. And maybe, hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll bring it back. We'll have to see. We'll see what happens.
Where was the flag thrown? Back in line.
Back in line. It's just back at about 7 yards past line of scrimmage. And can't throw the top to yet.
Hope this Pendleton will be a holding call, but
Well,
there's been a lot of penalties on Pendleton too.
We've got two Alex people and two Pendleton people there. Just like, hey, come talk to me if you want to. That's what they're saying. Let's see who they're talking to. They're not talking to anybody yet. They're facing. It's against Alexandria. Matt Schaefer looked kind of happy, and Greg Clark looked kind of depressed. So it's I think it's against Alexandria. Jacob Seeker against Alexandria. I'll bring it back. That'll nullify that beautiful run by Brett King. So we got a nice big break on that one.
30 yards. On Alexandria. And 45-55.
23 seconds left. Alexandria will come back and nullify that run. Ball back up there. Ball back 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. So we're bringing back 5 yards, so it'll make it second down. Second down, 15. I tell you, all the penalties that they've had so far tonight equal that run. I tell you, that really was a 30-yard penalty. I tell you, that really hurt Alexandria bad.
Yeah, that would have put them down in position.
Oh yes, or even if
to make a bid for this game.
23 seconds left. Now they got a little conference room. If you don't know what's going on here. Players, Coach Broughton. Kevin Stevens, I see over there. Now the officials run over there and see with the coach. Coach looks kind of mad. Now we go.
Seems to be the problem.
Another call here. Oh, we're going to go talk to the Alexandria coach now. Then Coach Avant back on the field. And see what's going on. Well, let's see here, Coach. We're having a fun time over there. Let's see. You want to come over and join us? I'll be okay. He walks back to the sideline.
I'll open up stuff after the game.
We have a problem with the clock here over there, too.
Well, you have to put the clock back to nullify the run. You got to put the time back. Shows you there was 7 seconds in here.
Let's see what they can do. 15-8 to score. 37 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. This is the end of the game right here. Let's see if Alexandria can capitalize on their possession of the ball and see what they can do with it. Brandon Allen, 2 back, 2 wide outs. It's a snap, going back, looking to pass, looking deep, looking 20 yards deep, and no good. No good. And boy, Reese was nailed. Oh yes, he was nailed hard by Silver. He was nailed hard by Mark Silver.
Reese is down.
Yes, he's still down on the ground. He really got hammered hard by Silver.
Silver gave him a pop.
Just right after the ball passed, and Silver came off and really nailed him.
Wasn't that kind of a hit after the fact?
So this will go. The ball is back on the 45-yard line. Oh, excuse me, 45-yard line. I tell you, well, 9:41. Allen wide out. Two back. Go back to pass. Yes. Looking deep. Nobody. Intercepted. Intercepted. Intercepted by Pendleton High. I can't see the numbers. I wish I could.
Number 80.
Travis Wilpott. Travis Wilpott. Nice. Travis just stepped right. Yes, it's Travis. Yeah,
Oh,
she stepped right in front of him.
Well, number 80 is also one that gave the pop to Breeze, so it must have been Travis Wilpott that hit Breeze so hard.
No, it was still with the hit in. I'll bet you if they ask coach, it's like,
Thought you liked you better, Corey.
25-yard line where the ball is spotted. We have 15 seconds left and counting. I think that'll be the game. They're just going to let it run out, probably 10 seconds and counting. That should be the game. They're going to let it run out. So Pendleton Heights, with 3 seconds left to go, has won this game with a score of 15-8. That's the game. Pendleton Heights starts out the season on a daggone good note. 15-8 win over Alexandria. We'll take a two-minute break. You can get that, Karen. We'll take a 2-minute break. Be back here. We'll give Rob a chance to go with post-time stats. And we'll hopefully get Coach up here in just a short bit. So stay tuned, everyone. Coach Broughton, the stats are coming up.